What you talking about?
Yeah. Morning.
Yeah?
When me after me create the setup, I'm gonna click save and then what else?
What, the design?
Yeah.
And then you choose it.
I'm gonna see if it chose it, bro. I don't know how it chose it. Alright,
Look for the, what team you may save you under?
young man.
Yeah, look for it. When you select the car, look for the team and then you look for ACC. You want ACC logo looking something like that.
Alright, yep, that's your screen when you read.
Like in a second. Yes, I mean. Fine.
Daman tá zoom.
I beg you, push the car, please.
Alright, good evening folks. Welcome out to our first stream on Assetto Corsa Competizione. We're just getting free practice done here now with the guys all on track, and oh man, it's a lot of guys out here right now. We've got quite a few of them known to us coming over from Assetto Corsa. One man in particular, Kadeem Mohammed. You can see him currently sitting fourth fastest in the practice session right there. And it's qualifying as we go live now. You're going to see things a little bit different here. As, oops, I got to click that button or else it wouldn't. So you can see guys leaving the track right now. Ian Lance is the first one out there. We're gonna stick with the helicam in the for the moment, as we follow these guys around. Do let me know how you're receiving me there, as we are live now. Oh, Elan's getting rid of the codes
cool.
there. Second person on track. You have to excuse me. It's number 37. Shane Wallace. Yeah, it's like you have to excuse me. So a lot has changed here while coming over to Assetto Corsa Competizione. I do not have the regular controls that I'm used to, and so I've got to get a little bit accustomed.
Question: do you have to start the race on the tires that you qualify on?
No.
There's no difference in tires within Assetto Corsa Competizione.
I didn't mean in terms of compound, just like in terms of wear.
No.
No. So Ian Lance now beginning a fast one. Oh, but he's gone a little bit wide there. Not a little bit, but a lot wide, as he tried to avoid that person coming out of pit lane. Now, if you're not familiar with Assetto Corsa Competizione, it is the simulation made by Kuno Simulio's. I'm not going to even try it. Kuno's Simulations, which are the same guys that created Assetto Corsa, of course, it's in the name. But on this occasion, they were approached by the SRO Motorsports Group, that is the Stefan Rattel Motorsports Group. And if you didn't know, they are the leaders in GT4 GT racing within the entire planet, within the world, I should say. And so they approached Assetto Corsa, Kunos rather, and asked of them to make the Blanc Pain GT3 series, which was currently known at the time, but the actual name for that series has since changed to the GT World Championship Series, and they've gone ahead and literally make that a worldwide series, whereas we even have different series depending upon which part of the world you're in. And we're just watching now Ian Lance come across the start finish line, so 156.292 from Lance, and he continues on as we look to see next in lines number 23. Mornay Duploy is back here representing Grand Cayman Islands, with the South African by birth racing here in the Caribbean Series. Right, so continuing on with what I was saying, they've gone ahead and included a lot of continents within that series. There's the North American Series, there's the European Series, there's the Asian Series, and there is the Australian Series for the GT World Challenge. There's also the Intercontinental Series, where there is a huge following of the endurance type, and one particular such race that is quite popular, which was previously known, I'm not sure if it's still quite known, as the first motor racing event of the world, is the 12 Hours of Bathurst, a favorite of mine. That is also under the SRO Motorsports Group, and they're responsible for that event. So as we look at Mornay right now, we've got approximately 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. And Mornay, we're going to complete a lap here. He takes that curve, or whether he slides that car, but is still in control somehow as he comes across the line now. There is a car ahead of him. He goes 5th fastest with a 1:57.720. Currently, the man on pole though is this guy right here, Ian Lance. He's back in pit lane. Kadeem Mohammed just goes 2nd fastest there. And we'll pick up now with Kadeem. Does he have what it takes to take that pole position away? Looking at the timing sheet here, he's currently up by 0.2 of a second. Ooh, Dominic Charles goes fastest now with a 1:55.105. That's the benchmark now. Didn't even know Dominic to be someone that is competitive on ACC, but given the fact that he's an alien, he's probably competitive everywhere. Looking at Kadeem now, he's still got that 0.2 up now, and it would not put him ahead of Ian Lance. He's got to do way more than that, as he's currently sitting at 1:55.987, and Ian's got 1:55.322. That is the number 37 car of Michigan Wallace getting out of the way there. Kadeem Mohammed, oh, there's a car facing the other way there. He just gets out of the way. Did Kadeem lift? I'm still seeing 0.3 now on the timing chart. So usually he goes fastest with a 1:55.662. Let's pick up with someone who is improving. It's Dwayne Carrington. Ooh. Here he is, up 0.4 of a second. His fastest being 1:58.352. That'll put him in the 1:57s once he completes this. Rene goes across the line with a 157.720 on that previous lap, gets up into 10th position now. And we're looking at the brand new Ferrari 296, ladies and gentlemen. Released just about a month ago for the GT category. Obviously here in Assetto Corsa Competizione. You know, ACC working so closely with the SRO Motorsports Group, they also have access to these cars beforehand. That's why you might not see them in certain simulations just yet. But the car in real life has already debuted on the IMSA series, on the IMSA stage. So if you're interested in seeing what this baby looks like in real life, go ahead and look through some of those videos on YouTube. Dwayne Carrington comes across the line, does not improve on that previous lap. We've got Kadeem Mohammed though with a 0.7 right now, improving heavily on this lap. 7/10 up now on the line. He comes across, goes fastest, no second fastest. Just 0.08 of a second separates him from Dominic Charles. Now he's going for another one. Let's ride on board with the Barbadian. Not improving so far in this lap according to my timing sheet. He's actually down at 10th now. Dominic Charles seemingly on an out lap. Still in pit lane rather. Gets that slow down there, Kadeem. Away from Tamar Clark just then. So now Dominic exits pit lane and he's on his own lap. He knows he's in trouble here. There's Kadeem Mohammed. Goes around the penultimate turn now. 0.08 of a second. That's what separates him from pole position with 3 minutes to go in qualifying. Let's follow him along now for this one lap more, or I think he's got about 2 laps more. Taking a little bit too much of that curb here. Oh, and he does go a little bit faster there. But just for a second, he's trying things out, Kadeem, and now he's going to cancel that lap. Jaden Harrison up a 10th here now with the 296. He's lost some time there now. Where's Dominic Charles? Dominic still on an out lap here. Kadeem is back in pit lane, already out back actually on track. But I want to stick here now with Dominic Charles. as he begins a fast one now. Ride with the Trinidadian. Up by a 10th now. Dominic Charles coming across the first sector. He's lost that 10th now though. He's got a bit of traffic ahead. Who is that? That's Cale, Vaden, and Roper. He's caught up too. Do see him improving here, but by how much I'm not too sure. All the same here on my timing sheet. Up a 10 through the apex of that turn. Does he translate it into the lap? Yes, he does. He's up now by a 10th and he seems happy with that one. As qualifying does come to an end, he snatches that, well, not snatch, but he just managed to hold on to that one. Your pole sitter, Dominic Charles. The Trinidadian out here to represent today. Kadeem Mohammed unfortunately did not have enough, and he gave up on the ending of that one. Who's still on track? We've got Michael McName in a very Jamaican looking BMW M4. About to come around the penultimate turn here, Michael, but he's not improving on his lap. He's gonna come across the line. Oh, he goes back into pit lane. Kimani Eastman in a very purple M4. And Javon Parry the Aston Martin. That's it for qualifying. Your pole sitter, Dominic Charles, with a 154.942. Seems like he's fast anywhere, guys. Alright, congratulations to the pole sitter, and congratulations to the rest of you guys managing those fast laps there. Get ready, your race is next. Just remember, it's a mandatory pit stop race with a mandatory tire change. You do not have to change or add fuel. Good luck, have fun. 45 minutes race. We are about ready to go racing here for the first time in Assetto Corsa Competizione. We've got 22 guys here on track. That is Javon Parry still on track now.
That is anxious. He's ready to go.
Just remember the restriction and comms during race as well as before the race begin. Thank you.
Okay, what amount of fuel we need, guys?
Depends on the chemical.
The Porsche.
I get 63.
Yeah, man, the race is not won in first corner.
Yeah, especially at cold breaks.
Cold tires all around.
Good luck, guys.
Alright, good luck.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Alright, so it's a rolling start now. And we're about to go. You heard the guys there, a lot of them are going through their nerves. It's the first event here for the Caribbean GT3 Championship. You gotta watch how they start, whether they're in line or not. They get going now. We're gonna have a look back in a moment's time, but it's a drag race between Dominic Charles and Kadeem Mohammed into turn one. Peter Arundel up on the inside, but Ian Lance heavy on the brakes now. Someone getting tagged there behind, but they do get going again here. It seems as though Peter Arendel's lost that position. He's lost the position to Jaden Harrison now. And look at him back, Declan Daniel gaining the Gosh Darkins as well. A lot of cars here, but great start so far. Everyone's still intact. Ooh, someone taking out the cones there. But right now, it's Dominic Charles with the whole shot. And clearly, and gaining on Kadeem Mohammed is Ian Lance. Having a look back, Tavar Clark is in a tussle here. Look at how many cars, it's three abreast. Who will, oh! Unfortunately, who was that? It's Nagash Dawkins who did not get to hit that pedal in time. And he's got to watch now, he gets back on track in front of a lot of guys here. And Javon Best on the inside of Kimani Eastman. Kimani for a moment losing that position. Seems he runs off track. He's going to lose that right now. As we get up back to the top of the field now. Kadeem Mohammed has been able to lengthen his gap a little there to Ian Lance. Dominic Charles, the fastest lap of the race so far, but that's given. Ian Lance gaining time here now to the Barbadian. Ian Lance hailing from the Cayman Islands. Let's take a ride on board with him. Just remember, this is a lengthy one, so don't expect the guys to be very aggressive so soon. Taking a look back, Peter Arundel is closing the gap to Jaden Harrison. Ian Lance, however, is getting even closer now. Also closest Mornay Duploy against Michael McName. Javon Best some 7 thousandths of a second away from Dwayne Carrington. That is incorrect. It's actually 3 seconds away. So Ian Lance there with a 156.4 as against Kadim's 156.5. So Ian is on a charge here. Peter Arundel really close to the back of Jaden Harrison's 296 in his M4. Ooh. Julian Narcisse, another Cayman Islander here. 7 Mile Racing representing here. Losing a couple of positions there to Andrew Marson and Tavar Clark. In his McLaren 720S. Now he's going to come under pressure from Javon Best here. Ooh, Tavar Clark goes off the racing line. I think he might have overcooked it, but the pit window goes live. Tavar losing another position there to Kimani Eastman. Kimani now attacking Dwayne Carrington. Ooh, you can see that damage there from Dwayne Carrington. And of course, once you sustain damage here, you gotta go to pit lane to fix that, or else it will hamper with the setup of that car, most obviously, with your performance of the car rather. Ooh, and you can see him already losing out here, Dwayne Carrington, as Kimani just breezes by. Kimani himself with some damage too, but not as substantial as Dwayne's. Now Dwayne is going to lose that position to Tavar Clark. Tavar with his Porsche 911 gets up in there. The 992 gets up in there. And now Dwayne has got a lot on his hands. Will he take the early pit stop? Yes, he does. He's in pit lane now, Dwayne Carrington. Yet another Barbadian out here. Let's take a look back up. Michelle Wallace is in a three-way fight here for 8th position. Oh, and it's Kilvader Roper against Jaden Harrison now. The Jamaicans having a tussle. What a neatly livery car, I should say. Ooh, heavy on the breaker. He's going a long way around here, Michelle. Oh, and he's gonna run wide now, Machine. Trying on the inside, he's got it for kill. No, he does not. Neat little fight we got going on here for that 9th position. And while this is going on, we can see Michael McNair, Mornay Duploy claim some time now to the two of them. He's now lost track here, Michelle Wallace. Ian Lance getting closer now to Kadeem Muhammad once more. Take you to that fight in a moment. Currently though, it's Michael McNair closing the gap to Mission Wallace. He's got a good run here. Mission Wallace on Cale Vaden Roper. He tucks back in though. And now we can see Dwayne Carrington now getting that fixed and leaving pit lane. A wider line here from Michael McNair puts him alongside and ahead. Sorry, Michelin, and now he's ahead of Cale Vaden Roper. Cale coming back though. Ian Lance 0.2 seconds behind. Kadeem Muhammad, he's pressuring the Bajan now. Yes, we've got multiple helicopters. What's wrong with that? Let's ride on board with the Cayman Islander. Beamer versus the Porsche. Up on the inside! Almost collides! Ian Lance. But this is a race we have on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. 155.6 there from Ian Lance on a previous lap. It matches the same. Sorry, it was a little bit slower there than Kadeem's. Kadeem with a 156. Sorry, it was much faster to 155.9. Kadeem's with a 156.1 there, previous lap. Now we got changes again. Michael McNair versus Cale Vaden Roper. They're neck and neck now. Cale trying to nip away, and Michael seems to be absorbing this pressure, but Mornay is now trying to get in on this fight. Let's take a look from Mornay's point of view. This is what the South African sees. Cale is so close now. Meanwhile, Ian Lance has lost a bit of time to Kadeem Muhammad. Mornay Duploy gets up in there. Mornay in the Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2, ladies and gentlemen. One of the new cars released by ACC within the past couple of weeks. Oh, who runs it wide? I think it's Michael McNair that runs it wide. Look at how close he got to him there, Cale Vaden Roper. He moves over to the inside line there, Michael McName. Heavy on the brakes, they go, they touch, ladies and gentlemen. Kill Vader Roper pushed wide here. And they spread back out. Ian Lance now 1.2 seconds up, almost 1.5 seconds away from Kadim Mohammed now. So that fight has boiled down. Mornay Duploy, on the other hand, is going to fight now for this 10th position. He wants that one championship point. And this is some great scrap we have here. This is a great scrap we have here. All fighting for the beginning points. Dominic Charles with a commanding lead right now. Is there any way you can beat this guy? He's already up 4/10, and now Michael McName has got 2 persons to worry about. Let's ride with the South African. Lost a bit there coming out of that turn. Mornay Duploy. But let's take a look and see where the Lamborghini is strongest. Oh, Kale though, right on the bumper of Michael McName now, as Mornay Duploy goes into pit lane. Michael goes on the dirty parts of the track. I'll let you know that once you pick up those tire marbles, it will affect you. Ian Lance has given up on that fight. He's now 2.7 seconds down. Tazio Ben is making a move. Now he's about 0.5 seconds away from Javon Parry there in 14th position. Peter Arundel is also closing the gap to Ian Lance now. And Michael McName, how can he ever enjoy this race here with Kale breathing down his neck, not giving him an opportunity here to formulate fast laps as Michelle Wallace gets away. Let's ride on board with Kale. Oh, Kale lets that back end step out a bit. On the inside, what a pass this might be. He goes wide, Michael McName. Kale Vader Roper cuts back. Exciting stuff here at the Nurburgring. And you can hear the V8 from the Aston Martin as he runs that really wide kill. He's gonna lose the rear end again. You can see him sliding that car. And for the moment, Michael McName has got newfound hope. Let's take a look up at Peter Arundel, who's continuously closing the gap to Ian Lance now. Kale continues to close the gap here. We'll take a look at that fight. Michael McName closing the gap too to Michelle Wallace. So far, Mornay Duploy, Javon Bess, and Dwayne Carrington have all taken their mandatory pit stops. Peter Arundel cannot close this gap. Let's take a look. Kale Vader-Roper back on the attack here. What a beautiful sounding Aston Martin V8. The grunt of the V8s. Oh! Oh! And someone's gonna lose it. Michelle Wallace loses it as well in the 296. The M4 is right behind the Ferrari. On the inside, heavy on the brakes is Michael McName. Oh, just a little top there from Kale Vader-Roper. Kadeem Mohammed goes into pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. So here comes Kale again. He's heavy on the brakes. He's forced Michael McName to run that wide. As Dominic Charles now goes into pit lane. Ian Lance inherits the lead of this race, followed by Peter Arundel. Oh no! Kale Vader-Roper! Does he get it under control? Yes, he does! As Michelle Wallace takes the 296 into pit lane. Joni Ambersley as well is in pit lane. He pits from 6th position. This is the closest fight we've got for you right now. Peter Arundel is also closing that gap once more. Tazio Bent is a second and a half behind Javon Parry. Dominic Charles back on his charge here is behind Julian Narcisse. And he doesn't want to get held up here, so he takes the long way around. Can he get it done? Yes, he does. Dominic Charles goes up into 9th position now. Taking a look back, Kale Vader-Roper. I thought we lost Kale for a moment there. I think he's gone. Yes, he is. I think Kale Vader-Roper's lost internet connection. I don't see him. Oh no. We've lost Kale. Seems to an internet connection. And now Chris Brathwaite goes into pit lane. Ian Lentz still your race leader here. And he's got Peter Arundel behind him. They are still to pit, however.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
Race does enter the halfway mark now. Dominic Charles on his fight up. Kadeem Mohammed is actually behind Dominic Charles now.
Stefan,
Yes.
I lost connection. My Wi-Fi is good. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, it's said whoever this is okay. Not quite sure what occurred there. He lost connection, but everyone else seems to be okay so far. Right now we are at the point where you're going to see a lot of changes as they pit for that mandatory tire change. Right now we're looking at Kadeem Mohammed, who's actually behind Dominic Charles. Dominic not so far up the road, I suppose. 4.3 seconds I'm getting here from the reading. So Kadeem Mohammed, unfortunately, not doing so well on the fight back here. You can see him making a lot of mistakes here on this lap. As Dominic Charles claims another track position, goes up into 7th. And now we've got Javon Parry going into pit lane. Peter Arundel is the leader of this race now. As Ian Lance pits from 1st position. Declan Daniel goes up into 2nd. For Team CRC, Peter Arundel and Dominic Charles are also from Team CRC. The Trinidadian team here at the Caribbean Sim Racing Organization. And I can see Jaden in the live chat asking who has pit already. So if you look on your leaderboard to the left hand side, those that are in green next to their competition number, which is the number of 62 that we're currently looking at, Peter Arundel here, who dives into pit lane. That green indicates that you have pitted already. If it's orange with the 1 symbol, it means they have to pit once within this race. So here comes Peter Arundel for his pit stop. Gets into his pit box here and will take his pit lane. Sorry, his pit. As now Declan Daniel is in pit lane as well. Where's Dominic Charles on the lap? He's coming around the final few corners now. Oh no, Javon Parry and Tazio Bent been given a stop-go penalty of 30 seconds each, I suppose, for speeding in pit lane or exiting pit lane and coming across the pit exit white lines. Now Dominic Charles will come across his teammates and into the lead of this race once more. Kadeem Mohammed will take back that 2nd position.
My bad, Julian, my bad.
As Julian is involved in an incident here, I think with a Joni Ambersley. Julian does go into pit lane, another Cayman Islander here from 7 Mile Racing. Peter Arundel exits pit lane now. Into 3rd position. Declan Daniel with a 30-second penalty as well. comes out in 6th position. Tavar Clark goes up into 4th at the moment, but he still needs to pit. And he's got a bit of cosmetic work there done to the car. Julian Narcisse is still in pit lane, and he's got his one pit stop to do. Oh, Tavar Clark. Suffering a bit there. Michelle Wallace, they've all pitted now. Michelle Wallace, Michael McName, Michael Charles too. We've not seen a lot from him. He's in 12th position currently.
Thank you, Kimani.
And now a Johnny Ambersley goes up into 5th position as Tavar Clark goes into pit lane. Declan Daniels going to take that penalty now. He's got to go into his pit box and remain stationary for 30 seconds. Or he can just stop right here, just like in Assetto Corsa. I think he does have to go into his pit box. So yes, he's on his way into his pit box there. That's a huge dip in pit lane right there. Didn't even notice that before. But if you could catch back now with the fight here, still Michelle Wallace against Michael McName. This is for some more points as he closes the gap here on Michelle Wallace in the 296.
Sorry, Declan.
Have a look on the inside. Does he, Michelle Wallace? Oh, and he takes too much of that curve. That front end will grip and pull him off track. The AstroTurf doing what it does best here. And now he's lost out on that fight, Michelle Wallace. Declan Daniels still in pit lane here. And unfortunately, he's lost out big time for this event. Kimani Eastman here in 17th position. Goes a position ahead. But so far, your race leader is none other than the Trinidadian, Dominic Charles here in his BMW M4. Kadeem Mohammed has tried to stay with him, but unfortunately, he could not get it done here in his Porsche 911 in the opening laps of this event. He's got 2nd position and some 6 seconds away from that top spot. He's got a couple of cars ahead of him here. Kadeem Mohammed, Tavar Clark, and Tazio Bent, I believe. Sorry, Julian Narcisse. Oh, Julian Narcisse there now, taking that position away from Tavar Clark. Tavar struggling here in the Porsche. He goes back into pit lane. Oh, he does have a penalty, I'm now noticing. He's got a stop-go penalty of 30 seconds here. And now we're getting Parry being called out here for blue flags. Yes, you can see the blue flags being waved. Oh, and the leaders are coming through, but they've got a lot of traffic around them. Chris Brathwaite, just make quick of that one. But Mornay Duploy does not want to lose any more time here. He's up into 7th now, Mornay Duploy, after pitting early on. Cale Vanderroper does re-enter the race here. He's currently in 20th position and is being shown the blue flags here. He's the one everyone's trying to get around.
Rubber.
So Michael McDame has lost that position to Mornay Duploy in the pit stops. Shane Wallace, unfortunately, you saw him get on the AstroTurf and all out of shape, has lost that fight to 8th position. Here we have Cale Vanderroper. He's back in the race, and he's still back on Michael McDame's case. Oh! And Tavar Clark has just said he has ran out of fuel in the race. He does not know, it did not register. Sorry to hear that, Tavar. Declan Daniel, still in pit lane, has not served his 30-second pit stop-go penalty. I wonder if that'll affect him at the end of the race. Andrew Marston is so close now to the final points position, being held currently by Michael Charles. Ten minutes left to go in this 45-minute race. The first of its kind for CSRO on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Our Caribbean GT3 and 4 championships have now migrated on over here. So look on out for that in the coming months. This is the closest race we've got for you so far. We've lost quite a few guys here in this one. We started off with about 22 or so. We're down to 19 now. Oh, he's got to defend
thank you.
here.
Respect, respect. You read that one a little better.
All right, guys, come on, keep the comms clear, please. Andrew has lost a bit of pace here now against Michael Charles. All right, he's closed the gap back again here, Andrew. Ian Lentz also getting closer to Peter Arundel for that final podium position. And the new gen Ferrari versus the old gen Ferrari, and now they can take a notice of this. Well, new entry Ferrari, as they are from different generations, different formats, I should say. This 296 is totally different from the 388, sorry, the 488 rather. And he's even closer now, Andrew Marson. Oh, and is late on the brake, gets up on the inside, Andrew Marson. Does he make it count? Yes, he does. What a pass there from the Trinidadian. Can Mikel fight back? No, he cannot. He's flashing his lights, but that's got nothing to do. He's heavy on the brakes. Mikel Charles, can he come back for this position? Every point counts, even if it's one here now. And he's going fast. He's trying to go faster here than his previous pace would allow. But unfortunately, he's going to lose that one there, Mikel Charles. And he's lost a valuable point here now in the championship. He runs that really deep and wide. Mikel Charles, unfortunately, losing out there in that fight. I'm going to look now. Ian Lance continues to close the gap here to Peter Arundel.
The window is now closed.
Let's take a ride with the BMW M4 around the Nurburgring. Less than 5 minutes to go within the session. Oh, just over-rotates the car just a bit there. Flags waving there for Javon Parry. He is trying to get out of the way. Yes, he does, of Peter Arundel. And he does a good job in staying out of the way of Ian Lance as well.
Thank you, Barry.
Very much appreciative of that great gesture to respect the blue flags. Oh, the M4 getting a little bit out of shape there, having to correct it there, Ian Lance. Takes a little bit too much of the curb, but still is in control of the car. Dwayne Carrington continues to close the gap to Julien Narcisse in that 14th position. Let's take a look at that right now. But I don't want to stray for too long, as that is a fight for a podium position there with Ian Lance and Peter Arundel. Narcisse, though, new to CSRO. But not new to sim racing. Cayman Islander, who's also a real-life racer. He does drag racing, bikes. Representing 7 Mile Racing here at CSRO and in the Caribbean GT3 Championship. He's finally gotten into a league race here, he said earlier to me, and is looking forward to more races. Julien Narcisse. Let's take you back now to that fight, but however, Dwayne Carrington is closing the gap. Even more than Ian Lance is to Peter Arundel. This is the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. So the pushes are on. Dwayne will go to the line with this one. Just gets up off the gas, off the brakes there. But the McLaren is very much planted through that section. Grabs an earlier gear there in the 296 now, Dwayne Carrington. Oh, and while this is going on, Ian Lance is also getting closer now to Peter Arundel. The final push is on, ladies and gentlemen. Heavy on the brakes there. Ian Lance with a very much close sending. He's got a good run here, but he's not too far off Peter Arundel. Does he plant it on the apex? Yes, he does. Peter Arundel, good job by him, but Ian Lance, very much more difficult work here for him. Saw the dust come off the AstroTurf there. That's beautiful. Oh no, Joni Ambersley, we saw him having an issue there in 5th position. He's got some time to him. But Dominic Charles, your race winner there, congratulations to him. Kadeem Mohammed will also come in 2nd position. Can Peter Arundel hold on? Heavy on the brakes, Ian Lance trying to send it, but he cannot get it done. Peter Arundel will come across the line in 3rd position. T1, please give me T1, thank you. Ian Lance 4th. Joni Ambersley is going to get 5th position. Chris Brathwaite 6th. Mornay Duploy 7th. Michael McName 8th. Michelle Wallace is 9th. Andrew Marson 10th. Michael Charles, unfortunately, losing out on that one. As the rest of guys would have come across the line.
Good race, good race, guys.
Alright, so Dominic Charles, can I get the start finish line, please? Thank you. Kadeem Mohammed and Peter Arundel as well. We will.
Harrington, good running, good running.
We'll have the post-race interview next. Thank you.
Why? Yeah, there you is.
Who, me? Oh, Jaden. That was your Julian, sorry.
they want to know how to set to turn the car in a bowling turn one.
Alright, fellas, good race. Gotta do some daddy duties. Peace.
Alright.
All right, what an amazing first race that was. And gotta say, congratulations, guys. But before I get to Dominic Charles, Peter Arundel making an astonishing fight there. Comeback, actually, against Ian Lance. What a brilliant start by you as well, Peter Arundel. Do we have Peter? I can barely hear you, bro. I might have to turn the cars down on this one here.
I'm not sure why my mic isn't picking up properly.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, just tried to drive a clean race, and I was just behind Ian before he pitted, and then after my pit stop came out quite far ahead, but I don't know if he had a problem in the pit or traffic coming out, but yeah.
Definitely a great one there. We definitely enjoyed the little fight there between yourself and Ian. Lance Kadeem coming out of that pit box there. It seems as though you didn't have the rest of laps to catch back up to these guys. And even if Dominic Charles has had a little bit of too much pace right now, would you say? Kadeem Mohammed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I mean, Dominic was dominant as usual. So, yeah, but right now my hand's burning. Like, my hand's on fire. Like, the Porsche is not the car for this track. Like, I was just fighting the whole race. Just keep straight. But, get through. So, satisfied.
Most definitely some valuable points there in the bag already. All right, thanks a lot there from Kadeem Mohammed and Dominic Charles. Seems as though no matter where we take you, sir, you'll be a force of reckoning. Talk us through that one.
I didn't actually expect to do that well there. ACC is a kind of rough ride for me. I don't know why the game doesn't agree with my driving style at all, but I made a last minute change to the car that actually made things a lot better. Even though the car was a little sketchier, it had so much pace during the race. I felt really good with that. And I have to say, great drive to Kadeem for putting so much pressure on me at the start of the race, because I was trying my best to run away there.
All right, thanks a lot there from Dominic Charles. It was a great race all around from all of you guys. I want to say thank you for coming out today as we look now to get the stream ended. I want to say this is a championship that we'll definitely be looking forward to, and see you guys in the next one. All right, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know how you feel about this one. Hit that like and subscribe button there. And don't forget to share as well. This has been a great one. I'm actually looking forward to the rest of this championship for sure. All right, so go ahead. Make sure to get that YouTube algorithm going. Hit that like and subscribe button as yeah, we get this championship. Finally, we're on ACC. It's been a long time coming. But yeah, we get to enjoy these beautiful, oh man, just look at this new BMW M4 2022 BMW M4, beautiful car here, and of course the iconic huge vent to the front of the car. Gonna be very nice to see these cars in action once more, and for a championship such as this. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. If you're interested in becoming a partner, just head on up and send us an email at caribbeansimracing@gmail.com. All right, thanks a lot, guys. This has been me, your host. See you in the next one.
get it right. So stay